What is going on, team? I wanted to make this video because I think it can be helpful for the small business owner who's just getting started and they don't really have an idea of where to create content from. If you're just getting started and you don't really know where to get all these ideas, or I want to give you something simple, tangible that you can start using right now, that you can start implementing and adding it to your social media content calendar to make not only your followers more engaged, but to help those new followers that you are going to get with the questions that they might have about your business. Recently, I was discussing content creation with one of my clients, and one of the things that we were talking about was they have this system where they capture all the phone calls whenever the customer calls in, or they call out the customer outbound, whatever it is. The system automatically records the call, right? One of the things that I thought about was like, hey, if we're gonna be creating content, I think a good idea, something that we can do is we can listen to those calls and we can see the most asked questions that people have whenever they call, and let's create content around that. So lucky for me, my clients already have that system set in place, and I can go in, I already have access to it. I can go in and listen to all the calls. I can go in and see what the customers usually, whenever they call, hey, what type of flooring do you guys offer, or what type of carpet do you guys offer, or whatever the questions they ask. I can go in and listen to them, and we can create content around that. However, if you don't have that, if you don't have any system like that, if you're just getting started, something you can do is you can literally grab your phone. If you're calling from your office phone or whatever, just go on your phone, click voice records, and just record those voice memos or those voice calls as you're calling the client. That way you can listen back to the calls. So recording these calls, not only is it going to be beneficial for you to get good content ideas on questions that people usually ask, what are like the most asked questions when people call, but I also think it's going to help you in the sense where it's going to, I guess, listening back to calls makes you feel like, hey, I should have said this different. I should have reacted like this. I could have provided more feedback. So I guess I would look at it as a training session, if you will. And again, not only is it going to help you create better content, but it's also going to give you better feedback for yourself when you get new leads calling in, which you can already know the questions that they're going to ask, or you can have a more tailored answer to their needs. And business, for me personally, is like a training. It's like a training session, right? Like the business is always going to be changing. Business is always going to have something different. Business is always going to have some new wave of something, right? And I think the better prepared we are as business owners and how to handle those questions that are coming in, I think it's gonna make you better as a business owner. It's gonna make you better as if you are the person, selling the deals. If you are the person closing the deals, it's gonna make you better as a salesman, and it's gonna make you better as a closer. Which I think if in the beginning you are the one-man show, you're doing everything, I think that's gonna be beneficial for you. So I definitely suggest listening into your calls. Obviously, like, don't put these calls on social media or anything, like, unless the client allows you to. But I definitely think listening to these calls, listening to the client's needs, actually spending the time listening to them, I think would be beneficial for you. As a small business owner and you're the only one doing everything, I think it can be a little frustrating, and it can definitely be useful whenever you have certain systems put in place. And it doesn't have to be anything pricey. It doesn't have to be anything like puts you way out of budget. It could be simple, like, systems put in place that can help you benefit in the long run. Even though you're starting small, you can get there faster. And as you scale your business, as you start hiring people, then you can say, hey, these are the most asked questions. I want you to be ready here. I want you to know the answers, because this is what people usually ask whenever they call in. So that was just a little tip that I thought it would be beneficial, especially if you're a small business owner and you're just getting started. I think definitely recording the calls or listening in, if you already have a system in place where it allows you to listen back to the calls, I think is beneficial. It'll give you more training reps, and it'll make you better, because you are gonna have those answers that the customer, whenever they call in, you're already gonna have an idea about what they're gonna call for. You're already gonna have an idea what to say back to them. You're not gonna be thinking about it like in the middle, or you're just trying to come up with something on the spot. So definitely let me know if you guys put that into action. If you do, put it in the comments below. And again, let's connect. I have the link below if you guys wanna hit me up on Instagram. If you guys wanna work with me one-on-one, let me know. Have a good one.